Hey guys, welcome to our first distance learning Fundations group. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff that we've done before, so this should feel good. It should feel familiar to you, and I'm excited to keep moving along with our learning. We're going to pick up where we left off, but with a little bit of a review. I don't want to move on to anything new because we've been out of school for so long, and once you guys start turning in some work to me and I see that we're ready to go, then we are going to move on past our glued sounds. So just to review, oh actually, hold the phone. Before we go any further, for this lesson you are going to need your whiteboard page that I made you, your baggie with your markers and your eraser, and your fluency packet. It says sounds up at the top, and it has a bunch of letters and glued sounds on it. So if you need to pause the video to get those now, go ahead and do that. Okay, so just to review a couple of things because it's been a while. Some of the things we're going to talk about are, and I'm going to turn this so I can write nicely, digraphs. A digraph is two letters that makes one sound. So that would be sh, ch, k, w, right? We've been doing those for a long time. So we have our digraphs, two letters that make one sound. We have our consonants, we have our vowels, right? Our consonants are those quick sounds. Our vowels, we stretch out and we say them a little bit longer. And then our glued sound. What a digraph and a glued sound have in common is that they only get one tap. So our glued sounds, am, an, all, our NG words, our NK words, they all only get one tap. So when we're looking at a word, if we notice one of these glued sounds in there, it makes it easier for us to read because we're just going to say that as one sound. So those are am, an, all, and then those words that end with an NG or an NK. Okay? That's just a little reminder before we get started. Like we always do, we're going to warm up with our vowel extension activity, stretching out those vowels and saying them nice and clearly. Then we're going to do our letter keyword sounds. I want to go over some of our trick words. We are going to be a little bit more focused with the ones that we're working on rather than working on all of them for a little bit. And then we have some fluency practice to do together. And last, we're going to do some dictations on the whiteboard. And I'll explain what to do with that after. So, I'm going to move my finger. You are just going to say the name of the vowel and stretch out the sound with me. So we have A, apple. E, ed. I, itch. O, octopus. U, all right. For all of these, we're going to say the letters, the keywords, the sounds. I know that in the past we've done some fluency stuff with these, but for today we're going to say the whole thing. You can say it with me, or if you're unsure, you can say it right after me, and we'll do our fluency practice with our fluency packet. Sorry, I'm just trying to move a little closer. This chair isn't cooperating. We have C, H, chin, ch. C, K, sock, k. S, H, ship, sh. T, H, thumb, W, H, whistle, w. And now we have our glued sounds. O-N-G, song, ong. A-L-L, ball, all. A-N, fan, an. A-M, ham, am. I-N-G, ring, ing. U-N-G, lung, ung. A-N-K, bank, ink. I-N-K, pink, ink. A-N-G, fang, ang. U-N-K, junk, unk. O-N-K, honk, onk. Hopefully you guys remembered all of those. Let's do fluency next. We'll do fluency and then our trick words. So, get out your fluency packet, and it should start with QU, and we are just going to say the sound for each letter. So I'm going to start with QU. I'm going to go across the row, down to the next row until the end. If you have trouble, you can echo me, and then you can always rewind the video and do it again afterwards until you get it right. This is something you can practice during the video, but you can practice this anytime to work on that fluency and recognizing these sounds quickly. Okay? So your finger is under the first sound, and go. Qu, s, z, ink, am, all, ing, unk, onk, ang, am, sh, ks, ong, an, Okay? Like I said, if you had trouble, feel free to do it again. The last thing we're going to do in this packet is the next page, so turn the page, and we are only looking at the first row. And for today, I'm going to allow you to break the rules because I didn't tell you to get something else to write with, so I'm going to use my whiteboard marker. And we are going to mark up the words just in the first row. Okay, so that first row, first word, S-I-N-G. What do you notice? Okay, and if you're having trouble recognizing these, remember, get out your anchor charts that I put in your bag, hang them up somewhere, put them out on the table so you can see them. You probably noticed I-N-G, so remember, we box in our glued sounds. So S-I-N-G, we put a box around our glued sounds, and then we can read it. S-ing, sing. Okay, so I'm going to mark up that first word, and I'm going to look at the next one. I'm noticing that this one has A-N-G, like in the word fang, so that's ang, ang, rang. The next word has A-N-K, like bank, ank, ank, tank, like an army tank or a tank of gasoline. When I look at the next word, I don't see one of our glued sounds, but what do you notice? Hopefully you saw that CH digraph that gets one tap. Ch-op, chop. And our last word has that U-N-G glued sound. S-ung, sung. Okay? Just a little practice marking up some of our words. So our next lesson, we'll reread these for fluency and we'll mark up our next row. You can put that off to the side for now. You probably know a lot of these words that I'm going to be going over, but I want to make sure that by the end of this unit, not only can we read them, but we also know how to spell them. So we're going to say them, and then we're going to spell them. We're going to see if there's anything we notice about them, and we'll try to do this every day. So our first word is O-U-T, and that spells out. So say it with me, out. O-U-T, out. And then our next word, you may notice has that word out in it. Out, about. A-B-O-U-T, about. What was the book mostly about? This word starts with an O, and it has that TH digraph in it. Other. Other. O-T-H-E-R, other. There's a lot of O words here because this one is only. Only. O-N-L-Y, only. We have R, A-R-E-R. This one is two words put together. Into. S-O spells so. Go, no, so. Same word family. And the last word is new. N-E-W, new. This is like, I got a new pair of shoes. New, that kind of new, the opposite of old. So we'll be going over these words. Some days we'll be building them, writing them, reading them, putting them in sentences, and becoming experts on them. The last thing you need to do is get out your whiteboard that looks like this. And we're going to do some dictations. After the lesson, this is what you are going to take a picture of and submit to me by pushing the check mark. So this will be your work for today. And lucky for you, we're going to do some of it together. And then you'll just have a couple to do on your own. Try your best. If it's wrong, that's okay. That helps me to see what we still need to work on. All right? So for number 1, I want you to write the glued sound that says ong. Ong. So you may want to reference your chart. Ong. When I hear ong, I think I hear that I know that it sounds like song. So it's going to be O-N-G. So next to number 1, you're going to write O-N-G. And G is a worm-line letter. It comes down to that bottom line. O-N-G, ong. All right? For the next one, I want you to write the sound for unk. Unk. So say it to yourself, unk. What word do you think of unk like? And I'm hoping you're saying junk. And if you are, then you know that it's U-N-K. U-N-K, junk, unk. And for the next one, I want you to write the digraph that says like thumb. T-H. For 4, 5, and 6, we're going to be writing some words. And for this, you're going to say it, tap it, write it, just like we always do. So I'm going to model with you number 4, and then 5 and 6 are going to be the words that you do on your own. So number 4 is going to be the word sink. Like I wash my hands in the sink. Say it, sink. Tap it. Ink. 2 taps. Write it. Is S. Ink. Ink like pink. I-N-K. Sink. You're going to do the same thing for number 5 and number 6. So for number 5, your word is the word hang. Say it. Hang. Tap it. Ang. Write it. Hang. I'll give you a minute to do that. And your last word is going to be the word wing. A bird flies and it flaps its wing. Say it. Wing. Tap it. W-ing. Write it. Number 6. Wing. When you are all done with that, you are going to take the picture of it. You click on the little photo icon. You're going to take the picture. You're going to click the check mark to send it to me. And I look forward to seeing how this went for you. See you soon.